Well, this girlfriend of mine, she lived down by McQuan, and she came to Galesburg, and she got a job at a doctor. I think his last name doesn't match, I believe it was. Anyway, I worked for a lawyer, see. So we were maids. We had black outfits and little white aprons. Anyway, we loved to dance, and we all went up to Roof Garden, and she introduced me to this boy, but that was her age, see. So I sat around a while. Pretty soon, here comes this tall, dark, handsome man. I liked him with dark hair. He could dance too. So he came up and sat beside me and introduced himself, and we danced. And I said, well, there was a little drinking going on too, but I didn't do that much, enough anyway. So time to go home after the dance was over, and there was a cement slab. This was a road going, a cement slab, and what a drop. You're supposed to go this way. Well, he went right straight down and went over that down, and I was going upstairs. See, I had no entryway and everything. Guy Hardy, this Guy Hardy, he come out. He said, you better watch who you're riding with. He said, that guy was half drunk. He drove right straight through. And I was wondering, didn't break an axle or something. So he just kind of moved in, you might say, because we both loved to dance, and I had this good position, got good wages, and I dressed real nice. Oh, I want to tell you something cute. The woman was here yesterday, I believe, Billy's mother.
Evelyn.
Evelyn, so her daughter was observing everything. See, sometimes we go pick them up and they go with us too. And she said, you thought you were sassy, weren't you? She said, you come down here in your high heels and swishing your skirts around and dancing. I didn't even know she was paying attention to anything. But that's what she told me. And then she had a good laugh about it. Mm-hmm. But anyway, there were quite a group of us. Charlotte and Elgin Watts, he was a mechanic and kept all these the school buses in order up here. And of course, Bill Gowdy, he was a carpenter. Anyway, we all were just one big happy group, But where one was, the other one would be, see. But there wasn't that much drinking going on, but every once in a while I indulged a little bit. But I never did. I didn't much care for it. I don't know why. I could get my kicks out of just dancing and having a good time, I guess. But your daddy was such a handsome guy. So, I don't know. That was when he moved back here to from South Dakota. He was a cowboy. He brought his own horse. They got a boxcar when his daddy died. He was a mailman out there. He got pneumonia and died. And I won't say another joke. Maybe I've told it umpteen times. You get on your horse and you take the mail, see, and Harold was spelling his dad off because his dad had pneumonia. So it was time for lunch, and this Indian woman said, come in and have lunch with us. And this might be just a story, but I tell it anyway. Anyway, he went in and sat down, and she started getting his soup. He was pouring his own, and she said, dig deep, puppies in the bottom. They would kill the baby puppies and cook them, see? And it was floating in the bottom of the pan, and you had to dig deep to get a hold of some of the meat. You were startled. Yeah,
she was joking with him, right?
That's right. I've been pulling her leg at all.
Oh.
Anyway, when his daddy died, why? He got the boxcar and he put his horse, Buster, I think his name was. And he had his cowboy hat and cowboy boots, and he was a cowboy. So he come back to Gilson. Well, this is before I met him, of course. And everybody had trucks back here. They didn't ride horses. So I guess he must have given a bit of Buster and he still liked these cowboy outfits. So anyway, went back south. He went back to South Dakota. Oh, wait a minute. Get the whole of the story. Somebody, a friend of his, came back with him, and he went back, and I guess he talked him into going back to South Dakota. And he kind of shied. He kind of liked me a little bit. So, but I still wanted to go to dances. See, Edna was saying, I got a date with this guy. He's got a friend. You come on and go with us. So I thought, if I like to do that, I'm not ready to get married. Oh, I promised you. Hell, I was. See. So he hopped on a parade and was back here in no time. He was going to lose me, I guess. So anyway, we started going together. And this would, see, my date would come. See, there would be a steps going upstairs to the big house. And there were steps going up to the kitchen. That's the one I used. So here I am waiting for Harold to arrive. So he comes in, he walks right in the front room, sits down with my employer, and started asking questions about all the family. Here he was related to that side of the family. So after that, Harold could do no wrong. She greeted him at the door, come in here, she's not quite ready, and how's so and so, you know. So anyway, he got work here, but he wasn't happy. I know something. And his sister lived in Minnesota. She married into the family. I don't know, kind of not related really. But anyway, he comes up there. His sister said, "There's a big swamp. Sam is going to drain it and put a field for his stock back there. You come up and help dig the trees up and clear that ground." So Harold did, but he hurt his wrist somehow, and he had to go to the doctor, and the doctor said, "You stop using it, or your hand's going to be stiff. You know, you lose the water in your wrist." So they wanted us to stay up there, but they were calling back here too. So back he came. Anyway, we decided we'd get married. So go over to Burlington, Iowa. They're going to have a blood test. You had to have a blood test. See, not that I was afraid there was anything wrong with me. Anyway, we walk in, and his gal says, where's your parents?" I said, "They're back in Elmwood." And she said, "Well, where's your witnesses?" I said, "I don't have any witnesses." She said, "Well, we can't marry you. You are old enough." So we hop in his car. I had $50. See, I really was floating in money. I got good wages. Anyway, we drove clear to Cahokia, Missouri. I have no idea how far it was. And we went to it was fair times. See, August the 5th, I think, or sometime. And this lady that sold her license, she was there, and you call and she'd come out and fix your license for you, see. So here she comes, and she looks at me and she said, "How old are you?" "Oh, I'm over 18. And that's on my marriage certificate. I wasn't. I think I might have been 16. But I grew up fast. I was a big girl. Anyway, coming home, there's a road here, I don't know why. And I guess I had my head in his lap, I don't know. But we were going, and all of a sudden he yelled, and he swerved the car, and it scratched his car all along the side of the barbed wire fence, because the stopped, see. So we decided we'd stay all night somewhere. So we got a motel, not like they have them now. Anyway, let's see now. We got up the next morning, and I was supposed to be home to get breakfast for this family, see. So here we come creeping in, about 7 or so. And the lady was fixing breakfast, and she said, "We weren't expecting you back yet." So anyway, that's how it started. Your daddy was a very nice man. You'd have been proud of him. I was. gave me all these lovely children. But I had to go have surgery. I had Crohn's disease. And the doctor got in there. I was all out. I didn't know anything. So he went back out and said to Harold, "You've got 5 children, and she's going to have surgery later. You better tend to this right now." So he signed, and I had a hysterectomy. So there was no more children, but I had 5. That was enough. Yep, that's how it was.